Alright, so it's been an eventful week. Um, Here's what's gonna happen. Um, I drink too much, so I'm gonna go into rehab after Thanksgiving. It bit me in the ass. I fucking forgot about it. I'm not gonna, like, my grandmother is dying. She's on oxygen 24/7. She's coming over here for Thanksgiving. It might be the last Thanksgiving that I spend with her, so I'm not gonna. I'm gonna be here. I'm not gonna, like, rehab can wait. But I'm going into rehab, and I'm just gonna. They're gonna give me a benzo and some Trichodol or some shit, and I'm just gonna, like, lie in bed for 7 days. I got my books. So I'm bringing in some books. I got some R.D. Lang, Divided Self, which I haven't read. I don't know. I got this like 2 years ago. I haven't read it yet. Being lazy about reading. A little bit of William S. Burroughs just to, spark it up, because he's fucking riot. The Pursuit of Italy, David Gilmour. My cousin's girlfriend got me this. We do like a Secret Santa thing. Um, everybody like gets a name, and we have to get each other gifts every Christmas. It's kind of fun. It is. We used to do a Yankee swap, but now we do this, like, Secret Santa kind of thing. And this is actually awesome. I can't wait to read this. And my armor, a little bit of Charles Bukowski. He's on my worst days. He's the one. I could read Bukowski all fucking day. I could just get lost in his fucking shit. But anyway, I'm going into rehab. It's gonna be fucking miserable, and I'm gonna be miserable once I get out of there. I'm still gonna drink, but I'm not gonna drink to excess like I've been doing for the past 10 years. Probably just, at the most stressful point in my day, have a glass of red wine, because it's good for your heart, apparently. I don't know how true that is, but regardless, that's probably where I'll be at. I'll have like a glass of red wine a day, maybe two, and just we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm currently, like, trying to taper off. It's funny when you're an alcoholic, like, you think that you're the funniest person in the room, and the fact is, like, unless everybody is drunk, you're not that funny. You're just obnoxious and annoying. Um, and people don't realize that. Like, I can see that, but it's too little, too late. Like, I've pissed so many people off, um, just being drunk, being loud. Um, so something has to change. And on top of that, the story that I haven't told. So when you when you have a habit as bad as I do, you tend to think everything's fine. As long as you get your fix, everything's fine. Well, no, that's not really the case. Because yeah. All right, I ran out of money. Um, I didn't want to ask my parents for money because I've done that my entire life, and I like, feel bad about it every single time. So I got this neighbor, and he's really cool. He's a good guy. He's ex-military. He gives me all kinds of vitamins and stuff, and gabapentin, and which I've been taking. I've been taking D3, B6, B12, and I've been taking gabapentin, and that's been, like, doing a little bit to help me. Gabapentin is mostly for anxiety, and it relaxes me, relaxes your body. It's for nerve damage, but it works for me. It helps. And D3 because I don't get out in the sun much. I'm pretty much in the house most of the time. And like even today, like I have to go out and mail all this shit. My mother has a bakery, so she's pressed for work and she's stressed out about Thanksgiving and all that shit. So like I'll go drop those off for her whenever she has cookies to mail out. But even still, it's like a rainy day. The sun isn't out, so I'm not really getting anything out of that. So I take D3. B vitamins apparently are good, but if you're an alcoholic, they're good for you. They're good for you anyway, but I've been amping that up, um, and yeah, alcoholics think they're the funniest person in the room, and sometimes they're just not. I've pissed a lot of people off throughout my life, um, and it sucks. But like that stuff, that can wait. That can be unfucked somehow, but only if you get better first. So, I don't know, my advice to anybody who doesn't like if you just drink beers, like, and I know I've said this a million times. I hate my cousin. I really do. I fucking hate him. But even last night, I I asked my mother. I was like, "Can you jot down his cell phone number so I really should call him." Um, as much as you might have a personal vendetta against the person in your family, they're your family. So you have to try to care about them somehow. And I think it would be worth it to give him a call. Um, he's drinking like he's one of these hipsters who drinks like craft beers and pretends that he can like, oh wow, I can really taste the flavor in this one. It's just beer, dude. It's just fucking booze. It's all booze. The fuck? You're trying to be a beer connoisseur. There's nothing worse than an alcohol connoisseur. I'm just gonna tell you that. Oh, you're supposed to spit it out after. Yeah. or else you get trashed. But I don't know. It pisses me off. My father was like, yeah, that's the same thing with Dominic. He's doing he's in the same boat you're in. No, he's not. No, he's not. Yeah, anyone who watches these videos, you've seen how much I drink. You've seen what I drink and how I drink it. Um, Drinking a couple craft beers is a little different than drinking a handle of gin a day. He is not in the same boat that I'm in. It sucks. Like anything, any pain that I have in my life, it just overshadows. Like he just, oh, but Dominic's doing this. Good for him. I'm glad he went up to California and smoked crack. His grandfather died. He didn't write. He didn't call. He didn't do anything. Yeah, that's great. Good for him. Yeah, star child. Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm fucking busting my ass doing everything I can to help out the family, and nobody gives me credit for shit. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna get through Thanksgiving. Um, I'm fine now. Like push comes to shove. Like if you keep drinking, then you're fine. It's when you stop that everything gets fucked. You're throwing up blood. You got shit every fucking like 5 minutes. It sucks, but I'll get there. I'll get there somehow. For now, I have to delay that going to rehab till after Thanksgiving because I need to spend Thanksgiving with my grandmother. So we'll see how that goes. My father's already pissed because we have guests. Like, Dad, it's one fucking day. Okay, let's all be happy. Let's all just like eat some food and fucking be happy. really not that much to ask. He thinks like he can't drink a couple beers because people are going to be here. Everybody knows that you drink. It doesn't just have your beers. What the fuck, man? I don't know. But when that clears up and we're done with Thanksgiving, I'm gonna go into rehab. I'm gonna go there for a week, and it's gonna be miserable. I'm gonna be in pain, but I'm just gonna think, you know what, John? You got your koalas at home. Your koalas are waiting for you, and you'll go home and you'll be sober and hopefully happy somehow. I just hate it. I hate it all. I hate that I put myself in this position where like I drink all the time. I was at work. I'd be like I'd have a Poland Springs water bottle full of gin, and I would just be casually drinking as I work. Everybody knew. Nobody cared. Like I don't know, man. That's the thing. Like if you let it happen, it happens. So if you drink beers now, if you let's say you drink like a 30 rack one night. Oh, dude, I killed a 30 rack. Oh my god. Yeah, good for you. You're a champ. But you, you start getting into the hard shit, lay back a little bit. Like, don't get where I'm at. Let's say 100 people. Let's say 100 people are alcoholics. All right. Now, let's say those same 100 people climb Mount Everest. All right. I got my flagpole up at the peak. All right. All right. You guys are somewhere down there, like you're halfway there. You stay there or go down. Don't like. I could probably call the Guinness Book of World Records. Like I drink way too much, and it's bad. And I love it. It makes me feel good. Like I'm drunk right now, and I feel great. Um, and it's not even. I don't even get hangovers or anything. I don't even get. It's just you wake up. Oh, okay, it's another day. All right, take a swig, go out, have a cigarette, come back in, take a shit, and that's just how it is. I have like this whole routine now. And it sounds fun, but it's not. It's not at all, especially when you're 31 years old and you live with your parents, right? I'm fortunate that I have a roof over my head and I'm unemployed right now, so I'm not working. Um, and that's the other thing. I'm fooling around with paychecks. Who's this calling now? That better not be mom. I swear. Nope. Spam number. I don't know. We've been getting these calls lately. Like they're all just spam calls. It literally says spam on the. I don't fucking know. But anyway, yeah. If you don't, I can't. Excuse me. Can't stress this enough. If you don't drink like I do, don't stay away from alcohol. It's one thing to have a drink. It's if you have like a night where you're hanging out with your friends, everybody's getting drunk. Yeah, that's great. It's a good time. But if you're like drinking every minute of every day, that is not good at all. That is not. It doesn't matter if like I can be comfortable. I can go have a swig right now, and I'll be comfortable. I'll be fine. But it adds up. It, you can't just. It might be sustainable, but eventually, like something's gonna happen. So anyway, what I meant to get into here is the other day. This was on Sunday, I believe, last Sunday. Um, I ran out of booze. Didn't want to ask my parents for money, so I went over to my neighbor, and he's really cool. Um, and I said, "Hey, man, like, can I like borrow $30 till tomorrow? Because I'm waiting on these paychecks. I know I have money coming in. I just don't know where the fuck it is or when it's gonna be here. Hopefully today. But anyway, He's like, yeah, I don't have any cash on me. Let me go around the corner because he's a tenant. So my neighbor Ann lives over there, and she's lived there forever. And so it's like a two family kind of, or like a two person. So neither one of those units are really like family, or you can't really fit more than one person in there. So anyway, um, she lives around the corner. So he had to go around the corner. He was like, I'll pay her back. I'll get some cash from her and then I'll pay her back. I was like, all right, cool. So I'm standing in his driveway. I'm just waiting for him, and I didn't have alcohol in my system. Um, so my body like shut down. I had a seizure. I had like an actual seizure. So I fell down, and this is what's hilarious about this. Nobody else will laugh about this. I'll laugh about it. Nobody else will laugh about it. What I remember is falling headfirst onto the pavement and then getting back up. And there was a whole episode in between that I have no recollection of. And he had to explain to me, like, I'm like lying. He comes back around the corner. He's like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, I'm lying on the pavement, like punching the driveway. Like I got bruises all over my elbows, my knees, like I'm fighting the driveway. As ridiculous as that sounds. And he had to pick me up. It was like, what is it, like fucking Weekend at Bernie's. Like he's got both his hands on my back. He's like holding me up. Like, yeah, look, he's right here. Yeah, he's alive. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. And then so my father runs out and he's like, "What the hell is going on?" And he's like, "Go get your wife. So my father comes back and gets my mother. They both come out, and my mother's like holding me up, and I'm. And then Ann comes out. And I think by the time I come to, I open my eyes and I'm like, "Oh, hi, Ann." She's like, "Hi, how you doing? You all right?" And so fucking, so I came back in and took a bath and I cleaned up my cuts and bruises and shit. Um, and then my father ran to the store because obviously I couldn't drive. He ran to the store. He goes, "What do you need?" I just get a handle of gin. Get a handle of Gordon's gin. He's like, "What's a handle?" My mother's like, "It's the big one. It's the big ass bottle." And so he comes. He doesn't even let them put it in a Duro bag. Like he just walks back in the house with he's holding a bottle of gin. He's got like 3 packs of cigarettes. I'm like, dude. Oh man, I put myself in a bad place that day. But sometimes those things need to happen. It's one thing if like I realize how much I drink, but I keep it to myself. When something like that happens and then my family is involved, then it becomes like, John, you really need to go to rehab. And I fought my mother for like a week. Like, just, no, like, I need to do this on my timetable. I need to figure out how to do this. This can't be I'm laying in a hospital bed and your face is up here. Like, this is why you're here. No, it needs to be, this is why I'm here. I need to be there because I need to be there, not because you need me to be there. And it took her a while to understand that, but I think I got the point across. So after Thanksgiving, I'm gonna check in there and just fucking be miserable for a week. And yeah, I go deliver this stuff later. Really soon. I'm waiting for Instacart to show up. Come on, Instacart. It's supposed to be Instacart, not later cart. Not I'll see you when I see you cart. It's supposed to be Instacart. No, I'm not really complaining about that. Uh, just my updates on what's going on. 'Cause I meant to tell this story like days ago, and I just didn't get around to it. Gotta wait for like the parents to get out of the house. I can't really speak freely to make videos like this. Oh, there's Instacart. All right, I gotta go. But yeah, just some updates on what's going on with me.